Hi, this is EJ with EJ Star Tarot with a thank you reading for the sign of Aquarius for July 2017. And basically that's all it is saying thank you for viewing, sharing, liking, and subscribing to my videos and not liking my videos. Either way, I'm just saying thank you. I'm using a different card of different deck of cards and a different spread. I worked all day and I've been doing videos, and then I've been doing personal readings during my lunch hour, and so then I'm getting a little lost for words. Thank goodness you're my last video, Aquarius. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and go over the spread with you. This is the heart of the matter. This is the present moment. This is the known desires. This is a hidden fact, another hidden fact, and then your outcome and your oracle card. Okay, with that said, I'm going to get into your reading, Aquarius. We start out with the Knight of Wands. If I can pick this up, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands represents a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So you may either have those traits, or someone in your circle is a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. This is creativity and success. I feel like for some of you who are wanting to go into entrepreneurship, that is happening. And I feel for some of you, it's going to happen at a fast speed and your projects will progress. You're going to have the right conversations with the right people at the right place at the right time, and that's going to bring you success. Okay, and this is for some of you Sagittarius out there. Sagittarius, you see, I told you I'm tired. Aquarius, sorry about that. I do apologize. But I did say I was tired. Getting lost for words here. So I do see that for some of you. I do see for some of you being in creative projects, maybe at work. Okay, so your present is the King of Pentacles, represents a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, and I feel like this may be you. You're a problem solver. And I do feel like for some of you, there's a good omen around you. You're going to have stability at work and business. You're going to have success. You're going to have stability. I do see financial security, long-term financial security with either your current position or a business that you're working on. So that is your present. So this is your known desire, which is the Ace of Cups in reverse, which is stagnation. I feel like for some of you, there's an emotional block, and this block is preventing love from growing and it's leading to stagnation and emptiness. I feel like for some of you, you fear you're not going to have enough time or emotional energy to spend with your family or relatives or close friends because of the new projects that you're taking on or new businesses. And that is what I'm getting with this card for this reading. I'm with the King of Pentacles being here and having the business, and also with the Knight of Wands having the creativity and the success, having business happening. I'm feeling like you're feeling guilty because you may not have enough time to spend with your loved ones. Next, we have the Temperance, and this is a hidden fact. And the Temperance represents a Sagittarius, and this is a card that calls for balance. This is a card that calls for hope and transformation, reconciliations. I see there is a potential progress in your business, in a relationship, and I feel like there's reconciliations in a relationship, past relationship. I feel like there had been an issue, and I feel like there's going to be some reconciliations there. Another hidden factor, you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. That is having a creative block in a project or a relationship. I feel like there's a relationship that's in trouble, or not in trouble, but has problems because you're denying, you or your loved one is denying that there is any problems. And so therefore they live in a fantasy, they're living in an illusion, they're not thinking clear, they're not seeing the problems ahead, and therefore it's creating a block in the relationship. So this with the Ace of Cups, having stagnation, having that blockage in a relationship. You see how that was under each other. Then next you have your outcome card, and that is the Seven of Swords in reversed. There is some dishonesty going on. There is some theft. There's someone being deceived. Either you're deceiving your partner's deceiving you in a relationship or a business or work related. I feel like there is some dishonesty going on, and I feel like you Aquarius, you need to stand up. You need to have the courage to stand up and stand your ground and stand for what you believe in, and get this, make it right. I talked about the Temperance having reconciliations in some business, some relationships and business partnerships. Okay, so now I'm going to read your oracle card, and that is with the Soul Tree Oracle cards, and you got let me get that, detachment. Detachment is just that. You need to take a breather and step away from a situation, a relationship, or a project that has become overwhelming. You need to allow some space and meditation so that you can have the insight and have a natural outcome. And remember, I talked about that you were having some problems, okay? With the Three of Pentacles being in reverse, you have a creative project, a creative block in a project and relationship. There's a problem. Someone is denying that there's problems, okay? So you have to detach yourself from that issue for a while. I feel with the Seven of Swords in reverse, there's some dishonesty, theft, and deceiving going on. I feel like you need to detach yourself from that issue so that you can see it clearly and you can be able to stand your grounds. I talked about with the Temperance that you need balance, and that would be some reconciliation. I talked about with the Ace of Cups being in stagnation, and I also feel like there's some issues with a project going on or a business. So I feel like for you Aquarius, this isn't for all of you, but for some of you, I feel like you need to step aside, go get grounded, meditate, and have a clear mind so that you'll be able to have see the picture clear and have a better understanding what's going on and having a better handle of what's going on, and so that you can have the courage to stand up and stand your ground, because when you're stressed and blocked you can get confused, and definitely I see some blockage there, and I do see some confusion, and apologize about my dog barking. So anyways, Aquarius, remember to ground yourself. Thank you again.